Do you have to wait often?
No.
Just a minute, yeah.
مستر سؤال صغير هي often ولا often؟
We say often and often الاثنين صح.
تمام.
بس احنا متعودين على دايما we say often. حتى teachers often. لكن we can say often and often. Okay, it doesn't matter at all. What about part 3? Part 3, if you notice that, part 2, a cue card speaking about wedding. Yeah, you may speak personally about wedding, an occasion or a time when you had to wait for a long time. Okay, so part 3, the same topic, but in a general way. Okay, yeah. In Q card part 2, we spoke about wedding. The same question about wedding, but in a longer way. Yes? Do you? Yeah, part 3. Do you have to wait often? Okay, who can answer? It happened to you so often?
No, not really.
لا ده عاوز بقى مش not really بس ده انت هتقول يعني هتبدا انت كده اللي هي honestly to be honest if I have come to this question I had to wait so often.
البداية دي اسطمبة محفوظة يعني.
براحتك. انت ما بتحبش تحفظ الاستنباط بس براحتك عادي. لانك هتقولها مره واحده. مش اتفضل.
في alternative يعني.
لا اتفضل.
في alternative للبداية دي بحيث ان انا انوع.
في طبعا في. You can say frankly speaking if I come to this question if I were to be asked I'd say so and so like this.
So if I were to ask it.
If I were to ask it such a question I'd say so and so. It didn't come to my mind, but I'm gonna say about waiting for a long time. Frankly speaking, بصراحة, frankly speaking, okay, and we can say for me, and for me, we say for me, yes. فهنا part 3 ده general questions about the same topic, نفس الموضوع لكن أسئلة أكتر. Do you have to wait often? Yes. Anybody can answer? Let's listen.
I don't have to wait very often. I would say probably I've had to wait for somebody maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Most of the time, the type of people that I'm with, we don't really put ourselves in situations where we just have to wait for each other for very long periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to mention how many times you have to wait. Okay? Yes. Frankly speaking, for me, غير بقى هو عبد الرحمن. On what occasion, yes?
Okay. People have to wait usually in your country.
On what occasions do people have to wait usually in your country? He extended from your personal experience to your country. Yes? On what occasion? Can anybody answer?
So honestly, where I live, we don't have to wait at all. We're such a small population that everything can be ordered in such a nice way that we don't have to wait at all.
Yeah, okay. I do believe that it's a smart village or a smart city that you don't have to wait any longer. Yeah? Smart, is it smart? Is there a smart? No, in all cities, you have to wait. Yeah. Yeah. Today, I was going to draw some money from ATM, so I have to wait a long queue. A long queue, طابور طويل in front of ATM. City full of people, so you have to wait. Maybe to get on the bus, maybe to stand in a queue to get or draw some money and so on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so in my country, there are so many occasions people must wait, maybe especially at ATM. Yeah, especially on salary days. Okay, how do you see people on salary days? The pay day يعني يوم القبض. Pay day. You will find a lot of people in front of the ATM like this. Okay, yes. Especially for food. Buying food, for example, at the supermarkets. You have to wait in a long queue. You have in front of you a lot of people at supermarkets. Okay, yes.
Definitely in traffic.
هو جاب هنا ايه بقى؟ قال honestly, definitely, بالتأكيد, frankly, for me. يلا.
I would say that for the most part, traffic is very, very bad in my country. And so people spend a lot of time just sitting in their cars or sitting on buses, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. The only other times that people in my country have to do a lot of waiting is when we have celebrations such as Carnival, where it's very, very crowded and there are people everywhere. You just have to wait to walk somewhere or to get into a restaurant. So those are the main times when people have to wait.
What would you suggest to reduce the waiting time?
Well, going back to what I was talking about before in terms of the traffic in my country, I think we could really reduce the waiting time if more people carpooled. You know, they rode together and they rode together in one car, 3 or 4 people in one car. Another possibility would be if they decided to take mass transportation a lot more. A final thing that can happen to reduce waiting time would be if the city built a much better subway system. We have one, but it could be better.
Some say that sometimes we need to wait to start valuing things more. Do you agree or disagree?
I could agree with that. I'm trying to think of a situation where waiting for something may make you value it a little bit more. Probably in the situation, I can remember the situation of when I got my first car. I had to wait for a while to get my first car because I had to save up money to be able to buy it. And so when I finally was able to get the car and I paid all that money for it, I definitely held a much higher value for it.
Do you think patience is crucial for everyone?
I would absolutely say that we need more patience in the world.
So we say absolutely. Another alternative, yeah? Absolutely, definitely, honestly, and so on. The word crucial here means very necessary. Do you think patience, صبر ده شيء مهم for everyone? طبعا.
Most people live their lives very, very fast, and they always think that where they're going is more important than someone else. Patience usually causes a lot of unhappiness and also stress for people. So I would definitely think that it is something that is very significant and important for everybody.
Thank you. That will conclude part 3.
Yeah. So part 3 is built upon part 2. The same topic, but in a general way. You have to extend or speak about your country and so on. You start personally, part 1, personal question. Then move to part 2, also much more extended. And part 3 is longer one, the longest part. Yeah. Let's have a living example. Yeah. Let's have a living example. Okay. Yes. Where is it? We have this one. We have eyelids. Eyelids. Okay. Yes. Look here. Just a minute. Okay. I'm going to give you a living example. This one. Okay. Yes. هنكمله بقى للآخر يا جماعة.
And welcome to AEHelp.com's IELTS test preparation videos. In this video, you will see a French-speaking candidate who would score a band 9 for her performance on this interview. For this video, again, we've decided to partner with Cambly, a world-class app that lets you connect with a native English-speaking tutor anywhere, anytime. Simply download the app and begin practicing your speaking for the next time you sit the IELTS. And for this month of February, Cambly has been generous enough to give us this coupon code for a 10% discount. As well, Cambly has given us this coupon code to get your first 15-minute trial for free. Download Cambly today. Now watch and learn. Welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. What is your full name?
My given name is Alice, and my family name is Couture. You can call me Alice.
Okay, Alice, may I see your identification or passport, please? Thank you. Excellent. And Alice, I will record this for marking purposes. The speaking has 3 parts. I will give you instructions for each part. Here's your identification back. For part 1, I will ask you a question to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I am.
Okay, do you have a regular hobby?
Yes, I do. I like to collect postcards because I think they are an interesting reflection on culture and history.
Let's talk about chores. What are household chores you do every day?
Each day I do the dishes, I take out the garbage, and I cook at least one meal. This morning, for instance, I made a delicious omelette.
Which chore is your least favorite and why?
I don't like to dust. It irritates my nose and eyes, and if I wear a mask, I feel uncomfortable.
Why is it important to do household cleaning?
Well, the saying is that cleanliness is next to godliness. What I mean is that staying clean creates a healthy and happy environment.
If you could buy an item to help do housework, what would it be?
If I could purchase any item, it would surely be one of those robot vacuum cleaners, but unfortunately they are quite expensive and I don't have the cash for it at the moment.
Have the way you do any chores changed over the past years?
Yes, definitely. About a decade ago I used to do the dishes by hand, and 8 years ago I bought a dishwasher. And I have used it since then to do the dishes.
That's the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. For part 2, here is a card. Please don't turn that over. And here is a pencil and some note paper. You will have 1 minute to look at the card, the questions, take some notes if you wish, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak. I will tell you when to start and when to stop. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Okay, Alice, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
A few years back, I had the idea to open a special type of vegetarian restaurant that would specialize in French cuisine. I feel that many people are eating too much meat nowadays, and it is not healthy for them or for the future of our planet. Also, I feel that many people have no idea how delicious vegetarian food can really be. And in fact, there are many dishes, French dishes, that have lots of flavors and contain no meat, such as onion soup or ratatouille. I had this idea because I often see my family and friends eating meat 2 or even 3 times a day, and I really want to bring awareness on how unhealthy and unnecessary this is. I think this business idea can have a very positive impact on people's nutrition and thinking, and also by taking my small role in reducing meat consumption, it helps the environment, as it takes about 1,000 liters of water to produce one 8-ounce steak. Of course, to make this idea into a reality, I not only need about 100 grand of startup capital, but I would also need a good location, advertising, a head chef. So I'm not sure I will ever be in a position to open my French vegetarian restaurant, but who knows, maybe one day it will happen.
Alice, your 2 minutes is up, so please pass back the card, the note paper, the pencil. And now we will continue with part 3. For part 3, I will ask you some more questions related to the topic of part 2. Let's talk more about business. What is the advantage of owning a business instead of working for an employer?
One of the benefits of owning one's own business is control over time and finances. My uncle owns his own business and he can go on vacation whenever he wants.
What are the negatives of owning a business?
One of the negatives would be the added stress and responsibility. I know that my uncle is often tearing at his hair to make ends meet.
What kinds of businesses are popular these days and why?
That's an interesting and important question. I will need a moment to think, please.
Sure.
I suppose that online businesses are quite the fad nowadays because people not only enjoy the comfort of working from home, but they also like the opportunity to sell to the entire world. My friend has an online education company and he does quite well for himself.
How have business practices changed compared to a generation before?
That's another interesting question. Please allow me a moment to think. Okay, I suppose that during my parents' time, the emphasis was more on quality of product and service. And however, nowadays, businessmen are mostly focused on turning on a profit.
Is this good or bad?
Well, for example, the other day I bought a new pair of running shoes because the ad promised quality and it fell off my feet after one run. So this is definitely negative.
Let's discuss work and careers. Many people have 3 or more careers in their lifetimes. Why is this common?
Both achievement and money are reasons that people switch jobs several times during their working years. My dad, for instance, started out as an electrical engineer, and then he built his own business. After that, he sold his business and he went into consulting. He did this to make more money, but also because he liked maximizing his knowledge for the betterment of society.
What is needed for a person to have a successful career?
I think the main factor for someone to be successful in their career is passion for the work. Being motivated by money only is not enough.
What is the best way to achieve this?
I would say that in most cases, people should really love their job. so that they always put in the extra effort.
If a person wants to change careers, what is good advice to make this transition go smoothly?
Firstly, a person should make sure that they truly want a new direction in their employment and that it's not just a sudden decision. Secondly, they should remain in their current position before switching jobs so that they don't go into financial trouble. In my case, for example, I was offered a senior manager position before I gave up my administrative position at my last company.
That's the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. You will have your marks in about 2 weeks' time with the other sections of the test. Make sure to take your identification with you. Don't forget that. And have a wonderful rest of your day, Alice.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So, why
Okay, what do you think of her? I do believe that we have a lot of participants here. They can do well, better than here. Right or not? احنا عندنا participant هنا يعملوا أحسن منها كمان، صح؟ What do you think? Hello?
حسيتها average يعني.
إيه رأيكم؟ What do you think?
I think she can do better.
Again?
She can do better than us.
You can do better?
No, I mean, I can, but she could do better too.
She can, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, what do you think, Dr. Hussein? Hello?
Well, I think some participant here is better than him in fluency.
Yeah,
also,
okay.
but it's your vocabulary. Use many vocabulary. Very good.
Yeah, I do believe that she's feeling like she felt ease, relaxing, telling them everything, speaking in a relaxing way. Okay, but I want is all of you want to finish speaking quickly, right or wrong? Don't jump to conclusion. Don't finish your speaking quickly. Don't have that tension to finish your speaking quickly. Yes. I do believe that I noticed that all participants, most of them want to finish as if one jet عاوز يطلع السبيك اللي عنده كله جت واحدة كده عاوز يخلص من اللي عنده لا feel relaxed speak in a relaxing way like this what I admire is she felt relaxed speaking while speaking haven't you noticed that when she said give me a moment to think of this question. Hello?
Is that allowed, Aslan?
Again?
Is that allowed?
Okay, just, yeah, allowed, yes. Just a moment to think of the questions like
Even
this.
after your mental preparation?
But you can do it like, if I come to this question, وانت بتقولها كده فكر في اللي جاي بقى. If I come to this question, أحسن بقى. أحسن من give me a moment to think of this question. Yes? فاللي عجبني فيها الريلاكسيشن بتاعها ده ماشي مش متوتره مش نيرفس مش عايزه تقول كل حاجه عندها وتخلص احنا كما نتكلم البارتيسيبنت كلك عايزين يخلصوا اللي عندهم right or not.
Yes.
Okay, don't deliver everything. حاسس ان اللي عنده ده كاتم على صدره عاوز يطلع كله عاوز يطلعه مره واحده لا اهي شوف الريلاكسيشن بقى عامله ازاي اهي وكمان هي في الفلوينسي عادي يعني مش عادي في ناس عندنا هنا احسن واحسن كمان ماشي كده دي البنت دي اللي عجباني قوي
Okay, this is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System taking place on Thursday the 6th.
هنسمع بس جزء منه جزء صغير بس منه مش كتير ممكن تسمعه في البيت عادي.
Center number DDE120 and the candidate is Sarah Odema. The candidate number is 01313458.
أنا عايزك try to pick how she started strongly. يعني إيه الكلمات اللي استخدمتها؟ إيه اللي بدأت بيه؟
The examiner is Samson C's. Examiner number 443533. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Samson. Would you please tell me your full name?
My name is Sarah Odeima.
Thank you. May I see your identification,
Sure.
please? Thank you. In the first part of the exam, I will ask you some personal questions. Are you a student or do you work now?
Presently, I am working as a teacher.
Look here, she started like presently, يعني حاليا, we say currently, like this.
Okay. And why did you choose this job?
I chose to become a teacher because I felt like teaching is part of me. And when I am in the classroom, I really feel happy that I help my students improve themselves in a wide range of areas. And what I like most about teaching is I feel like I'm elevating the level of the knowledge of my students.
Okay. Is there anything about your job you would like to change?
Not really. However, when I come to think of the payment, I wish I could go back in time and opt for another career because of the low payment. Sometimes it really brings me down, and it's the thing that really keeps me frustrated all the time.
Right. I'm going to ask you some questions about shop.
Answer. Hello.
I'm hearing, yes, I'm hearing. Pardon?
بقول لك التست دي staged ولا actual؟
Actual, not staged. Okay? مش ممثلينها, لا, the actual. Okay? So you can listen to all these videos at home. Okay? What I want is we have a lot of also cue card. محدش بعت يا جماعة, والشغل كده ما ينفعش. محدش بعت, تشوف الكيو كاردز قد ايه؟ ولا حد بعت لي فويس نوت في ناس بعت واحدة أو اتنين والباقي ساكت خط. شوف قد ايه؟ 14 واحدة يا جماعة. اهي. حاجات كتيرة جدا. اوكي؟ نيكست تايم. طب الميعاد يا جماعة اتفقنا قلنا هناخد امتى؟ كل واحد عرف انه الكهرباء الباور كات امتى بالظبط، صح؟ قولوا يلا. انا عندي هنا الشغل بتقطع الساعة 4:30 وبتقطع من 8 ل 9:30. ها؟ ايه رأيكم؟
أنا فاضي طول اليوم بس من 8 ل 10 بس مش فاضي.
الكهرباء ما بتقطعش عندي.
اللي هو مين؟ طيب ماشي. طيب إيه مين تاني ما بيقطعش؟ ها؟ مين يا جماعة تاني؟ دكتور حسين، الكهرباء شغالة صح؟
الكهرباء شغالة كل الأيام عدا بس عدا السبت والثلاثة.
يعني ما عدا السبت والثلاث.
أيوة كل الأيام ما في مشكلة، حتى الجمعة يعني ما عندي مشكلة.
حتى الجمعة؟
أيوة حتى الجمعة ما في مشكلة.
دكتور شروق.
يا مستر انا قلت لحضرتك ان الكهرباء هتقفل دلوقتي. انا كنت عارفه اصلا، قلت
انا
لحضرتك.
بعت لك رساله وقعدت اتصل مده كبيره والله.
ماشي. ما
طيب
الكهرباء كانت
طب
قطع.
نتفق، انت بتقطع عندك من كام لكام؟ كل عرب بقى بتقطع امتى؟ صح؟
هو بص حضرتك من الساعه 9:30 لحد الساعه 11:30.
ياه، 9:30 ل 11:30.
يعني هي ما عندهاش ميعاد معين، هي بين الفتره دي. امبارح والنهارده قطعت الساعه 10.
طب نقترح ايه يا جماعه؟ انا عندي بتقطع 4:30.
هو تقريبا هم قالوا ان هيقطعوها بس بالليل، فالصبح بدري حتى نصحى بدري ويبقى في وقت نذاكر الانجليزي طول اليوم.
يعني
أنا ضد حوار نصحى بدري ده، أنا بصحى 12 بالعافية.
لا مش عايزين نصحى بدري، انا بصحى العصر.
ما هو انا لو خدتها في الميعاد دي مش هاخد الحصة.
ممكن العصر، ممكن المغرب، الفترة دي كويسة.
طب يا جماعة ممكن بعد الظهر، ايه المشكلة؟
بعد
في حد
الظهر
بتقطع
ماشي.
في حد بتقطع عنده بعد الظهر مثلا، نقول مثلا الساعة 1 أو الساعة 2.
لا دكتور، انا
اتنين حلو.
انا ورايا مواعيد ومذاكرة تانية خالص وقت الظهر ده.
طب يا جماعة لو احنا قلنا من الساعة 6 مثلا. مم.
6 حلو برضه.
ايه رأيكم؟
6 5 حلو يعني.
ايه رأيكم يا
لا،
جماعة؟
الستة
خلاص.
الستة دي بتقطع عندنا احنا دي، من 6 ل8 دي الفترة ساعات بتقطع فيها.
واحنا ممكن نحاول نصحى بدري ويبقى كويس بالنسبة للكل.
والله هو بدري حاجة كويسة، يا ريت يا ريت لو بدري.
مين اللي معترض على بدري يا جماعة؟
أنا
انا يا دكتور عندي مذاكرة يعني مش هينفع.
يعني لو خدنا ساعة ولا ساعة ونص بدري، ما ايه المشكلة؟ هتأثر على المذاكرة؟
مخليها طيب 4 عشان انا الصبح بدري عندي مذاكرة تبع الكلية.
ما عندي 4:30 بتقطع، و8 ل9:30. هو كده بقت ثابته خلاص، بقى عملوا جداول للكهرباء دي. هو بس ال 15 يوم ده اسبوعين بس، وبعد كده كل حاجه ترجع لوضعها بقى. مم. يعني طب يا جماعه نعملها ايه؟ 5. ها، ل5 4:30، ما تكونش 5:30.
5:30 حلو.
يا جماعه مين معترض على 5:30 يا جماعه؟ مم.
أنا كده هسمع المحاضرة مسجلة يا دكتور، إن حضرتك عارف إن أنا ببقى في الشغل طول اليوم.
مم. طيب ماشي ماشي، انا هاخد بس قرار كده. ماشي، هاخد قرار في حاجه معينه كده ان شاء الله، وابلغكم على طول بيه. هينفع
النهاردة
المجموعه
ولا بكرة؟
ككل. نعم.
النهاردة ولا بكرة؟
ان شاء الله هبلغكم يا جماعه. الشروق هتبقى مسجله، وكلميني على الواتس.